President Biden signed a historic gun bill into law, with many wondering if the legislation will actually help curb gun violence. It's a start, isn't it?
It's something better than nothing. It's kind of how that goes. You know,
give us a rundown on this.
Well, I mean, the only thing that nationally has an impact is they are going to do background checks on children, kids under 21.
Right.
And that is something new. But everything else is $750 million to go to the states, which are mostly controlled by Republican governors, that they can use for mental health. They can use it for red flag laws. They can use it,
the discretion's crazy, isn't it?
Right, and it's back to the Republican governors to be able to make those decisions.
Yeah, let me talk about the idea of this red flag law. That's important.
Right.
Because with the red flag law, an agency has the right to go into your home and confiscate your gun if you've given them reason to do it, like wife beaters or somebody that's domestic violence, or they've been on the internet and they've said things on the internet that should scare the bejesus out of all of us. The red flag law is important. This idea of saying to somebody who's under 21, we're not going to just let you walk in here and walk out with an AR-15. We're going to look at this for 10 days, and we're going to find out, is there anything you've done on the internet? Is there anything that you've done that should cause us concern that looks like mental health or it looks like criminal activity? I think, look, it is a start. And it's toughened the gun trafficking law.
Right. That was the other point they brought up, that you can't go out and buy a gun for someone else, which we've seen happen in some of these cases. The other thing it does close that boyfriend loophole, where in these domestic violence situations, you had to be married or part of the family for that to take place. Now it sort of closes that loophole, which is a positive. And to get 15 Republican senators and 14 congressmen to step in favor is,
as Biden says, there's more has to be done, but it's a start. It's a good start. The part of this story that's so interesting is the gun trafficking. You know what goes on in Chicago, LA, and New York. The traffickers just take droves and droves of guns and they empty. This weekend, 51 people shot in Chicago? Every weekend you see that. Well, what's happening? They know that it's gang on gang in Chicago. Nobody seems to care that 35, 40 people get shot every week in Chicago. Same thing goes out in places like LA and New York. And there's nothing being done about it, because if you think about it, the numbers of guns moving into those key areas it's being trafficked, knowing that it's going to be used for gun violence, gang on gang.
Right.
So nobody, what the heck? Everybody says, well, that's not our problem. We don't live in that part of the city. We live in the gated communities.